What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the HW Hockey YouTube channel. It's July 21st, 2025, and Porter Martone just made headlines. The Flyers' 6th overall pick is officially heading to Michigan State for the upcoming NCAA season. But what does this decision mean? Is he delaying his NHL arrival or making a smart long-term play to supercharge his development? Let's dive into the journey, the decision, and the draft night drama, and what Flyers fans could expect down the line. First, let's rewind. With the Brampton Steelheads last season, Martone torched the OHL. 98 points in just 57 games. That's 37 goals, 61 assists, and a relentless motor that never stopped. He followed that up with 9 points in 6 playoff games, showing his physicality and leadership when it mattered most. You don't put up those numbers without having serious pro potential. And draft night, well, that was electric. Martone had been projected to go anywhere from 3rd to 11th. And when the Flyers stepped up to pick at number 6, many thought they'd grab a center. Instead, they bet on Martone, a 6'3", 207-pound winger who models his game after guys like Makachuk and Gabriel Landeskog. His reaction? Pure emotion. You could see how much it meant to him. And now, the latest twist. Martone won't report to Flyers camp this fall. Instead, he's taking his talents to East Lansing to suit up for Michigan State. Sure, it shocked some Flyers fans, but there's a method to the move. The NCAA offers him structure, maturity, and a full year of development against older, more physically developed competition. The Flyers, they're fully supportive. Michigan State is a program on the rise. They just came off of a Big Ten title run and were a top 5 program all year. Martone is walking into a stacked team that lost some key seniors, meaning he'll likely step into a first-line role from day one. That means power play time, top matchups, and massive minutes. He'll face NCAA beasts every weekend. And it's exactly what he needs to round out his skating, his defensive details, and quick decision-making. Flyers general manager Danny Briere has made it clear, development over hype. He doesn't want to rush Martone into the NHL. And given how loaded the Flyers are at wing with guys like Michkov, Tippett, Brink, and potentially Alex Bump, letting Martone cook in college makes sense. If he has a monster year, he can sign in the spring and still make the NHL leap within a season. Here's the meat of it. Martone is a power forward with finesse. He can bully defenders off pucks and then turn around and thread a cross-seam pass or rip a heavy one-timer. His hockey sense is high-end, and he plays with serious edge. He might not be flashy like Michkov, and he's not as slippery as James Hagens, but he's a straight-up menace below the dots, and he's a matchup nightmare. And weaknesses? Yeah, sure, he's got a couple, like acceleration and his lateral agility, but that's where the NCAA can help. In the OHL, he could overpower kids. In the NCAA, he won't get that luxury. He'll need to think faster, move sharper, and defend harder. It's the perfect environment to round out his toolkit. Remember what the college route did for guys like Zach Hyman and Brady Tkachuk. This could be Martone's version of that. So what does this mean for the NHL? If Martone dominates as a freshman, we could see him ink an ELC and burner year as soon as spring 2026. But even if he stays a second season, it positions him for a top 6 NHL role by 2027. And that lines up perfectly with the Flyers' competitive window. Now picture this, a line with Michkov on the right side, Martone on the left side, and someone like maybe Trevor Zegras down the middle. That's a future first line. Martone's grit complements Michkov's creativity. He could also fit on a checking line with players like Alex Bump and Noah Cates, if the Flyers go that route. Bottom line, there's a spot for Porter Martone on the NHL roster. It just depends how quickly he earns it. The Flyers didn't just draft a scorer. They drafted a culture guy, a leader, a player who could help define the next era in Philly hockey. And Porter Martone's betting on himself with Michigan State. But it's smart. If he shines in East Lansing, the Flyers could be getting a polished, playoff-ready winger in no time. So Flyers fans, what do you think? Is Martone NHL ready by next spring? Or is he taking the perfect detour to greatness? Let us know in the comments below and make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. In the meantime, don't forget to keep it high, keep it wide, and we'll see you next time on HW Hockey.